Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to join me on the channel here today. This is Ipo Girl Living and I post faith and lifestyle content here every Friday and every Sunday. If you're joining me for the first time, you're very welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I'm happy to have you. Today we'll be doing a different type of video where I'll be showing you how to transition your style from your 20s to your 40s, because if you're like me, you still think in your mind that you're 20-year-old even though your body is telling you and showing you that you're 40. So if you'd like to see how we'll be transitioning our styles from 20s to our 40s, please stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for joining me once again. Okay, we're not going to waste too much time. We're just going to dive right into the video. If you're like me, you still think you're in your 20s. And sometimes I'm guilty of wearing outfits that don't flatter the 40-year-old body that I have come to have. I still think I can get away with wearing mini skirts, tight-fitted clothes, and walking around in 6-inch stiletto heels. The truth and the reality is that this 40-year-old body does not support those types of clothing anymore. Now, there are some of us who still are able to get away with dressing like we're in our 20s or in our teens because our bodies are just great like that. We don't like you. But for the rest of us, we have to transition our styles and move away from the things we used to like to wear when we were in our 20s and start to accommodate our 40-year-old bodies. Now, there are some things you can still wear, but you just have to know how to finesse them so that you look presentable and age appropriate. Number one, the mini skirt. I used to be able to rock a mini skirt no problem, because in my 20s I was like a size 8, I was a size 10, and I could wear a mini skirt no problem. But these days I find that it's not comfortable and it's not practical for me to go out in a mini skirt, because I'm a little bit more full figured now and I'm not subscribing to the idea of constantly scrunching down my skirt because I don't want to flash people in public. And so I've decided that in place of a mini skirt, I can rock a midi length skirt. Now it's still fitted because I still have, thank God, my hips that can flatter a tight fitted skirt for me. And so what I do is I take like a midi skirt that is just a little bit below my knee, because that for me is flattering for my height and for my body type. So I don't know how tall I am, but I know that usually if I wear a midi length skirt, where it's most flattering for me is just above my knee, right in between my knee, or like an inch or two below my knee. And those are the most flattering for me. So I will stick with a midi length skirt that is still fitted, but will still flatter me and look age appropriate. If I don't want to wear a fitted midi length skirt, what I can do is I can rock a pleated loose fitting skirt. It could be a pleated skirt like this, or it could just be a maxi skirt if you prefer. I like a maxi skirt. I like a maxi dress. I find that those are flattering for my body type and I look age appropriate as well. So I can style these with t-shirts, with a blazer, with a hoodie, with a tank top, with a crop top, or with a turtleneck top depending on the season of the weather. These are also a little bit below the knee, so they flatter me in that way. I can decide to rock it with sneakers, with heels, with booties, knee-length boots, over-the-knee boots, whatever the case may be. These look flattering on my body type. In addition, it also hides my curves if I don't want to expose them that day, and also hides any flaws that I may have on my skin, because on the bottom half of my body, say my thighs, when you're older, you start to get a little bit of skin wrinkle. I like to call it that. And so if I don't want to have those exposed, or I don't want to feel conscious that those are peeking through my skirt, I will wear and go for a loose fitted skirt, like a pleated skirt or a maxi skirt. So Number one thing is, if you don't want or if you cannot rock a mini skirt anymore, go for a fitted longer length midi skirt or a loose fitting skirt like a pleated skirt or a maxi skirt. Number two, if you still like the bodycon dress, those dresses that just hug every inch of you because it flatters your curves, then go ahead and rock those if the body you have now in your 40s can still support that. But if your body does not support that, but you still think you can get away with rocking a bodycon dress, then what you want to do is layer with a blazer, a jacket, or any type of outerwear that will conceal your love handles, your bulging tummy, your skin wrinkles, or whatever it is you're trying to hide. I find that my body type right now, I'm not into wearing all those undergarments that suck the life out of me. It's not comfortable. And in my 40s, I want to be comfortable. So if I'm going to rock a bodycon dress, I will wear my normal undergarments that hold me in just enough to where I can still breathe and survive. But I will layer usually with a blazer or some type of denim jacket that just sits right on top of my hip, so that at least my love handles, which is one of the places I'm most conscious about, will stay hidden. So the second thing is, if you can't rock a bodycon dress anymore, but you still would like to, then you need to be able to layer. So you have to invest in jackets, in blazers, in coats, and things of that sort. You can rock a full length one, you can rock a cropped jacket, either one is flattering for a figure. Okay? So that's number two. Number three, like I said, if you cannot rock a bodycon dress or you don't want to rock a bodycon dress anymore, then invest in like a maxi dress. I love maxi dresses, like I said. They're flattering for me, and I can always pair them with slippers because I'm not able to carry a 6-inch stiletto heel the way I used to. I mean, I can, but not as long as I used to be able to rock them before. I can only walk short distances. I can stand and take photos, but to walk to and fro from this place to that place, it's not practical for me anymore. And if I don't want to keep wobbling around the street and people make fun of me and ask me, why can't you just wear stuff that you're comfortable in? To be able to get away with that, I will wear a maxi dress so that I can pair it with a slipper or with a sandal, because those are most flattering for me. So invest in a maxi dress. And also, if you don't like a maxi dress too much, and a good alternative is like a wrap dress. So it can be an actual wrap dress that you can take apart and wrap, or it can be a faux wrap dress where you can just put on like a simple dress, and it can be a midi length or it can be a maxi length. So if you don't want to worry about wearing the bodycon dresses anymore and you would like to get rid of that, the alternatives are a wrap dress, a good midi or maxi wrap dress, or just a loosely fitted maxi dress that flows and moves when you walk. All right, so the next thing is getting rid of the bralettes, the fitted tank tops that just show your midriff. Now in your 20s, you used to probably be able to get away with those because you had a flat tummy, you can rock those, look sexy, no problem. I can't do that anymore. So in place of a bralette, which I'm still able to wear sometimes, I would just layer something over it. But most of the time, I would go with a t-shirt because it's easy, it's simple, it covers all of the flaws, and I don't have to think too much about it. And a t-shirt is nice and versatile. So invest in a lot of colors, invest in the baggy ones, the ones that are a little bit fitted but not too snug on the body. And you can pair them with all types of things, with jeans, with pants, with skirts, whatever the case may be, and you still look flattering and age appropriate. The idea is to look flattering, not frumpy, but always age appropriate and classy. So a t-shirt is a good investment if you're trying to transition your style from your 20s to your 40s. Another thing is, like I said, if you can't rock a pencil heel anymore or a stiletto heel, but you still like the heel length that a stiletto provides, what I do is I transition I've transitioned into like a wedge. And so I like a higher heel wedge, not those ones that are just awkwardly heeled. Like the heel is awkward and it doesn't look flattering on me. So my wedge is preferable for me to have a higher wedge that is similar to a stiletto heel, but without trying to balance on that one single heel. I have more of support for my heel and for my whole foot in general. So for me, I'm able to walk more comfortably and I look age appropriate and it's still flattering for me. It gives me the length and the height that I want, and I'm able to pair it and style it with a whole bunch of stuff. So these are some of the tips that I have. Again, I forgot to mention that if you still like the bandeau dress like this, it's still form fitting, it hugs you in all the right places, but you know, it shows more of your folds because you're not able to use all those undergarments to cinch them in. It's just uncomfortable and you feel like you're going to pass out at any minute. In place of that, what I would recommend is still a fitted dress, but with the smocking detail. You can't see too much on this dress, but it's the smocking detail. What a smock dress will do is it will camouflage all of your rolls, all of your folds really nicely so that it's not so obvious. And if you do like in a black color like this, all the more flattering. And you can still always layer with your kimonos or your jackets or your blazers if you're still uncomfortable. So someone like me, I found that recently I have developed a more broader upper body. I don't know when in my life that happened. I used to be nice and proportioned from top to bottom, but I think I've gotten a little bit more broader up top, which I don't like, by the way. So I'm not comfortable showing my arms or my shoulders. So if I would wear something that has a spaghetti strap like this, I will always cover up with a kimono, with a jacket, with a blazer. So those are my tips if you want to transition your style from your 20s to your 40s. Also, good outfits you can wear are jumpsuits, but not the tightly fitted jumpsuits, more of the loosely fitted jumpsuits that still flatter you, you still look comfortable, you still look nice and put together and age appropriate. If you have any more tips, you can leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Share this video with as many women as you feel need to see it. Give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.